who should most people go to get these forms done? I mean, I know you guys do this for a large majority of your clients. Do CPAs do this as well? Or is this a service that just attorneys can provide?
Well, that's a great question. And the CPAs maybe have got this right. Their governing board has told them, look, this is the practice of law. Don't touch it.
Okay. Yes.
Now, I do know some CPAs that have been alerting their clients to this. And I've talked to a number of CPAs, and they're not doing anything with these forms here locally. But yeah, a lot of the CPA governing boards are telling their CPAs this is not something you want to do.
Okay. So most people should just get a hold of their attorneys and make sure that these things, I mean, I know you can do these things yourself. I mean, but I take the risk, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, some people go online, some people use us, some people use other people, but I mean, it just has to get filed. And you better make sure you do it right.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Okay. So prior to the beginning of the year, you have to the end of the year. After right now, if you create any kind of entity, you have 3 months to do it.
90 days
to report that.
Yep.
And then after next year, it's just 30 days.
Right.
And then any change to any of the persons that are named on the beneficial form, their address, anything like that, you have to update that.
Yeah. Whether it's an address, a new driver's license, whatever. And the thing but once you file the form, you're good. But here's the thing that I'm not sure about. For example, you file your driver's license and it expires next year.
Yeah.
Do you need to go back and refile? The short answer is I think you have to. All right. Because, to just be on the safe side, do it. Obviously, if you move to a new address, that's an easy one. Yeah. You use your passport. Your passport expires, as your identification. Do you need to update it? Yes. And there is a link on there to click if you're amending the form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to keep a checklist somewhere of like anytime that you do something like that, you have to remind yourself to do that.
Or you bring somebody else on, like let's say you make your son or daughter, you don't think about it, but you put your son or daughter or somebody else on as a new officer, as a new manager. You've got to update the form.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. So on SunBiz, you say, all right, well, I'm just going to pay my $138. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put Susie Smith in, my daughter, as a new officer. At that minute, you better update the form.
Wow. Good stuff, my friend. Well, this is probably, we'll probably have to do this again towards the end of the year because we have to blast this information out, make sure people do it. And I know we're going to send it out to all our clients to make sure that they understand this is coming and you have to get a hold of your legal team.
If we do it at the end of the year, let's not do it in December. How
about we do it we'll do like October. That way we give people plenty of time
Perfect.
to do that. Yeah. And if people did want to get a hold of you, Patrick, they can just they can go. You just go to O'Connor Law Firm. I forgot the name of your email address.
Well, let me give you the phone number and the email address. The phone number is 727-539-6800. That's 727-539-6800. And my email address is Pat, P-A-T, at yourpersonalattorney.com. And it's spelled out Y-O-U-R, personal, P-E-R-S-O-N-A-L, attorney, A-T-T-O-R-N-E-Y.com, yourpersonalattorney.com. Pat at yourpersonalattorney.com. So
if you guys are in Florida, if you're in... you have a license in Alabama too?
No, just in Florida, but this is a federal law, and we've actually done filings for our clients that have entities like in Georgia or whatever, because it's a federal thing.
Yeah, but I was going to say, if you guys, because obviously you do other things, you do estate planning, I know you've done a lot of business, review of business contracts. So if you guys need someone that you need help with some of those things, definitely contact Patrick because he does excellent work.
Hey, appreciate that, Eric.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, man. Well, thanks again. And, I guess this is the game that we have to play. But we have to make sure that people understand this because it's costly and it's going to affect the mom and pop. And that's what probably pisses me off more than anything else is that big corporations, of course, are exempt from this, and who have, huge legal teams that, can obviously do these kinds of things. But I guess that's just the way the world that we live in.